Hey, good morning, everybody. It is Friday. The weekend is upon us. And as always, I just pray everybody makes it into church. You go to a Bible preaching church where they speak the word and preach the word, and you're convicted by it. The Holy Spirit shows up and moves. And you fellowship with the brethren. It is the place to be on the Lord's day. So it is currently 54 degrees, going to be high of around 71, with a high likelihood of rain throughout parts of the day. All right, so we are in the Song of Solomon, and we're in chapter 7, and we're moving right along. And so we're in the middle of a description that the man is giving about the Shulamite woman. And so let's, your head crowns you like caramel, and the flowing locks are like purple. A king is held captive in the tresses. All right, so she's so beautiful that even a king is stuck to watch, right? Verse 6, chapter 7, verse 6. How beautiful and pleasant are you, O loved one, with all your delights. Your stature is like a palm tree, your breasts are like its clusters. I say I will climb the tree and lay hold of its fruit. Oh, may your breasts be like clusters of the vine, and the scent of your breath like apples, and your mouth like the best wine. So, the palm tree, actually that word for palm tree is tamar, and women in the Bible with that name Tamar or Tamar, are women with elegance. All right, that they're women with elegance. And it says, and your posture is like that of its clusters. Is perfect posture, right? The way she carries herself it's perfect. It's straight. And in that straight posture, right, is a perfect shape. Okay, it's a perfect shape. I say I will climb the tree and lay hold of its fruit. Oh, may your breasts be like clusters of the vine, and the scent of your breath like apples. All right, she's sweet. She's sweet from the inside out, right? The breath starts from within and comes out. Also, breath is another uh, another meaning for spirit, right? So her spirit is sweet. Apples has a fragrance, but also a goodness and a nutritional value. Okay, so there's value to her fruit, and now it's interesting, like the way he speaks about it. I say I will climb, right, and lay hold of its fruit, and he's speaking of it almost with a feel of like a conqueror, like it is something that he must do, like he must win, he must have it. And then it says, now she says, it goes down smoothly for my beloved, gliding over lips and teeth. I am my beloved's, and his desire is for me. Now, this wine, right, goes down smoothly. I don't know if you've ever had a strong wine. I, I made a honey wine once, and it was strong. I mean, it looked golden. It looked, splendid. But you tasted it, and it was woo, like breathing fire. And then you drank a glass, and you were like dried out. That it was so strong. It was not smooth, right? It was not smooth. The other thing it got me thinking about too here is, all right, so with wine, on the outside you think it's good, right, and you think that the effect of it is good, but really it's not, right. It's the outcome of it in excess, especially in excess. There's nothing smooth about that. You wake up hungover, yeah, or sick, you you think you're getting away with something, or you think you're solving something sometimes, or dulling something, but when you wake up it's still there. Nothing goes away, right? um, but for her it's smooth, right? And it is his desire. So it's not bad. There's nothing bad, and there's no burn to this wine. There's no um, adverse effect to drinking this wine. It's just the euphoria. Okay, you get just the warmth, the splendidness. It's like the the one glass versus the three glasses, right? She's like that uh, euphoria is the best word I have for it. So she's saying she is going to be that euphoric effect on him. Okay, that he's got to have, that effect that he's got to chase, that one sip that makes you take another, right? That's her. And I am my beloved's, and his desire is for me. All right, and so his desires for her. So he's gonna be a drunkard for her. All right, and her effect. And here's the other thing: she likes knowing it. Okay, she likes knowing it, and she likes knowing her impact on him. All right, then verse 11. Come, my beloved, let us go out into the fields and lodge in the villages. Let us go out early into to the vineyards, and to see whether the vines have budded, and whether the grape blossoms have opened, and the pomegranates are in bloom. There I will give you my love. Okay, so my beloved, let us go out into the fields and lodge in the villages. We talking about the consumption of the wine, right? Um, we talking about consummation of the marriage. Could this possibly be the consummation of the marriage? All right. Um, so in here it says villages, but there is a little note. It says that it could also, or some translations, be or among the henna plants. All right, or among the henna plants. Here's the thing: what it going out among the villages or among the other plants is, it's time for it to be opened up into public, right? It's time for it to be. They don't have to be separated anymore and protected from each other. They can come together into the house, right, and go into the fields and lodge together in public. There's no more separation. All right. So let us go out early to the vineyards. All right. So if they are early, right? If they are early and they're going into the vineyards to see whether the vines have budded, is she asking, is this the time, right? So is it time for them, right? Is it the proper season for them to come together and go out? All right. Have the grape blossoms, all right? Whether the grape blossoms have opened and the pomegranates are in bloom. Is it the proper time? Is it the proper time? There I will give you my love. Remember, Song of Solomon 3:5 says this. 3:5. I adjure you, O daughters of Jerusalem, by the gazelles or the does of the field, that you do not stir up or awaken love until it pleases. Is it the proper season? Okay. And that's kind of like with everything. But especially in this case, we don't have to push anything. We don't have to force anything. If it is the proper season, right, you'll know, right? You'll know. The fruit will be in bloom. It will be time. And, notice that they don't push the time. They look for God, right? God's creation, right? It's God's timing. It's not their timing. And that's when, when God shows the time and it is the season, right? It all falls into place. It all falls into place like it's supposed to be.